My name's Bobby.
And I'm Sarah.
And welcome to BS with Bobby and Sarah.
This is episode 12.
Today we have a very special guest, not only because it's our first ever guest, but also because she's a longtime friend of both myself and Sarah. Please welcome to the show, Nicole.
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Tell us.
I mean, I kind of forced my way into here. I'm like, you guys will have me on here eventually.
Wow. Last name withheld to keep away the stalkers.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But we're going to tag her in all the Instagrams, so if you really care...
Hit up those DMs.
Slide in there. DMs are dry again.
In a previous episode, we revealed that DM stands for Dirty Maracas, so I'm sorry yours have dried up.
Yes, I am too.
Although that
Very
technically
much
would
so.
make better sound, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Rattling
So,
around.
yeah, joke's on you guys. When was the last time we were all in the same room?
Holy shit.
Because I saw Sarah about a month ago, and I saw you in March.
Mm-hmm. It was...
For my birthday. Thanks for coming, Sarah.
I couldn't,
Well...
Ginny's wedding? Was that Ginny's wedding?
Ginny's
Blasphemy.
wedding.
Oh my god,
Why
yeah.
is it blasphemy?
That's so long.
It's too long.
So long. That was 4
Scott-
years ago.
I was
Scott
blonde.
Scott was there.
If you had to describe yourself, give us like 4 words or adjectives. I'm
I'm
putting you on the spot.
I know. I didn't get a list of like, here was what we're going to talk about. Here's what we're going to ask you. Let's see.
There was no pre-interview to this interview. Well, it's not an interview. It's
No.
going to be a conversation.
It's
Right.
just a shit.
Did you see my prereqs? I don't even know if I'm qualified for this.
You're right.
I definitely don't have the voice for it. I have a man voice.
I don't think... That's what I think of myself, and I got 2 of these things.
And I'm the man, and I have a little teeny tiny girl voice.
Teeny tiny girl voice.
Okay.
I
The
don't think
4
that...
words
or
that
whatever.
would just... I mean, let's see.
Okay, we can come back to you.
Okay.
Because in every episode, we tell the audience, which is basically like our 4 friends that listen, what BS stands for. So what do you want BS to stand for today? Because I also came up with something.
Ooh.
Oh, I had a couple that I was like saying to Sarah
Shoot it.
because it's summer, so I was like going with like boob sweat,
Boob
That's
sweat.
right.
all
Perfect.
that like it's all the constant,
Yeah.
or
plus
back sweat. How about
Back sweat. I
it's
can relate
for-
to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's more
We all have
That's
backs
appropriate.
here, but just the 4 boobs.
True.
Yeah.
Sexy.
Yeah.
Well, have to.
You guys wanted
Soak
more
it up.
listeners, so I don't know a better way to get them
Yeah,
than
exactly.
talking about that.
Well, I came up with a BS, and it was kind of a stretch, but best schoolmates.
Aww. But wait, you usually.
Those man voices. No, today it stands for best schoolmates because we all met in college.
But that feels weird and trickery because you usually say what the BS stands for, and then it ends up not being the true thing.
True.
It is.
So,
So I actually
what are you
did it
trying
right.
to say? We're the worst
I'm
schoolmates.
flipping the
Just
script.
kidding. Just kidding.
I'm flipping the script today.
No, I like it. Yeah.
In the text chain about today, I abbreviated our initials as BNS, mostly because I wanted you guys to say Venus.
I want to be.
Yes.
I want to be 100%. I never said it.
I did. I was
I
like,
told you guys
BNS.
to yell it out.
I think I was at the vet too, and I was like,
Dog BNS. But Nicole, you came up with something much better and a much better fitting acronym.
like B.S.N. So
B.S.N..
B.S.N.
BSN.
because we're BSing. That's what we're
It's
doing.
perfect. Thank
Yeah.
you. That was genius of you. That's what we needed.
Okay, genius, one.
That's okay.
One word that would describe me.
Yeah. We'll come back to that throughout the show when you just
Okay.
come up with it.
All right.
Speaking of acronyms, V.I.F.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
And this is a V.I.F. reunion.
Minus
and
1.
Despite today's episode title sounding like a terminal illness, V.I.F. actually stands for what?
Very important friends.
Yes. We're so nerdy.
We
Oh
are
my
so
goodness.
nerdy. I'm more nerdy now, though.
But Nicole said, because I told her, the V.I.F. reunion, and she's like, -1. I'm like, who the hell was the other person?
I didn't want to say it too, but who are we missing?
We
Clay.
completely forgot. He was like very original.
Yes,
first.
that's like when it started.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Clay.
Sorry,
R.I.P.
Before we get into when and how we met, who came up with V.I.F.?
Weren't we playing Scrabble? And like
someone
it just kind of like I feel like it like just kind of happened.
Someone.
But I think all of us were like it was like the 4 of us were playing.
That makes sense. We did play a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Someone tried to throw it on V.I.F. and someone else.
I
called
think it just
bullshit
kind of
on
was
that.
just,
maybe
like,
and like I
very
think it just like
important
kind of
friends.
happened. Yeah.
God, I Didn't remember any of that. Also, for some reason I thought V.I.F, the F stood for family for some reason.
Aw.
But I guess it kind of does.
It goes. It's in the same realm.
Yeah, I don't think it was, though.
Well, that's going to come back.
We're going to have to call Clay, and he's going to have to be the determining vote.
It's going to bite me in the ass because today's game is going to be Friends trivia and Family Matters trivia. So,
I'm going to fail at the Friends trivia.
So
I'll fail at the other one. So
okay.
Stick around for that later on. I thought you liked Friends.
Me too. No?
Definitely not me.
Damn it, Nicole.
Sorry.
You probably know enough from like pop culture and memes and such.
Pop culture. To the
I know a lot of random. It doesn't work with everything, okay?
I mean, I will try. You best believe it. Now, this episode is just going to be a lot of us like catching up. Nostalgique.
Nostalgique, yes.
That was
So,
French.
yeah.
Very French of you, yes.
Since you last saw me, I became fluent in French.
This will make you think
In
back to
2
your own
months?
college days, people, fans.
We
So first, we should talk about how we all met, because I know how we met. I have no idea how we met. Sorry
People
about-
can't see who you're pointing at.
Yes.
Oh, good point.
Yes. Well, now that we got that cleared up.
I remember meeting Nicole through our friend Scott.
Who was my roommate's boyfriend at the time.
I didn't even know you had a roommate first.
I did. For 1 semester.
Cool. All
And
right.
then I
Ditched
skedaddled out of there.
Ditched the bitch. But we met because we all like tennis and we play
Yes.
tennis. And what I will always remember about you is that lesbian haircut.
Oh my god, that's
I didn't know if we could say things like, but here, since you brought it up,
Yeah.
I remember so vividly, and it is a shame that you can't see my hair on this thing because I have anything but that now.
We'll post the picture.
Anyway, I remember was coming back from winter break and starting to grow it out, and Bobby saying to me, and now how many years ago was this that I still remember it perfectly? Oh, well, thank God you got rid of that dykey haircut.
Oh,
You said that.
Bobby!
Yes.
It's okay, I can say those kind of things.
So
You have a pass.
I was like, I mean, nobody wanted to pull me to the side and be like, hey, Nicole, haircuts aren't really working for you.
But it was like all over the place that year.
Yeah.
Everyone had
Her
that. My
hair?
roommate
Her
had
spiky
that.
hair? Those
Yes.
spikes were all over
Where it
the
was
place.
like super short, like just a little bit long in front and then really short in the back.
All I'm going
and,
to say
like,
is
high
I
up.
was really low maintenance back then. It was like a wash and go kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought it was working, but
Very-
apparently it wasn't.
Aerodynamic on the tennis
It
court.
was. I have 2 t-shirts, championship t-shirts to prove it.
Exactly. We doubled in tennis intramurals, and I'm actually wearing one today.
Yeah.
Sarah and Nicole, how did you two meet?
We met through Milan.
In Milan. Mm-hmm.
And
Not
I had
the place, a person.
yes,
in
when
Milan.
we were in Milan.
It
was fashion
It was,
week.
you know, I mean, it was Fashion Week, people, come on. Milan and I had a lot of classes together, and
We were both
law enforcement majors, so yeah, we had a lot of classes together. Then he would start like randomly like inviting me to things, and then yeah, that's how we met.
Yeah.
Because you guys all lived in Wetzel, right?
We all lived in Wetzel, and there was a pool table in the
Yeah.
main lobby area thingy, and we would play it like every single night.
How do you know Milan?
I honestly don't remember.
And you guys, he just like hit on you in class one day?
Yeah, I mean, I thought that he was, honestly. And then he would be like, do you want to go have lunch? Like, we would start walking back from class. Because we literally had 2 classes in a row together. And then he'd be like, and then we would go back to the dorms and he would be like, oh, do you want to have lunch? And I'm
Go
like,
back and fuck.
just so you know, not interested. Very flattered. Not interested. And he's like, I'm not hitting on you. And then, like, later, I didn't know him. But then later on, you know that you're like, yeah, no, he's not hitting on you.
No.
He is just trying to be your friend.
Yeah,
so.
he's a very social guy.
Right. And then
That's
I think
why
I might have
you.
just come to pool one night or
Yep.
something. And then, like, Ryan and Ian and all of them were there.
Yeah,
Because you guys, they all lived on the same floor freshman year.
Yep. Yeah, and I remember feeling threatened because I was the only girl like with like a bunch of dudes, and I was like, yeah.
Don't worry, I had a lesbian haircut back then, so I wasn't stealing any boys
There
away.
was no threat.
No threat. No threat.
No, but then like we pretty much became like super good friends, but
You know why we became super good friends.
because of Heather.
Heather. Which, that is another great story that I hope you want to tell.
I don't know Heather.
Oh, yes, you do.
I don't remember Heather.
Okay, so I liked this guy named Tom, and she started, like, hooking up with him. Oh, the 3 of us were at this, like, open mic night. And, like, they were, like, writing notes to each other, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? I was much prettier than Heather. Just for the record.
Also, you weren't a 4th grader writing notes to each other.
Right, and it was just kind of like annoying at that point, but I was like, okay, whatever, who cares? So then I was actually supposed to go back to Chicago with Heather that weekend, and then I find out that her and Tom are like hooking up. And so then you were going home that weekend, and then you were like, do you want to go home like with me instead? And then I think that's when we got like super close. But then when I got back from the weekend, somebody had written 3 songs about Heather.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
This guy.
Yeah, I'm a creative
One
genius.
to the tune of Britney Spears' Toxic.
That's the one I remember.
There were 2 others. I know that I have them somewhere. So you do know Heather.
But was it?
And then she was never heard from again.
Was positive or not so much?
No.
Oh no.
No, they were like
they were
like revenge songs, like to make me feel better. It was amazing.
Such a good
yes,
friend,
it was
Bobby.
amazing.
I am a really good friend.
Yeah, you were.
As a really good friend, how did we meet? Because I don't remember.
You and I met through Nicole. I remember she invited me, I think, to go see her play with you.
You were in a play?
No, her play you, like with tennis.
Oh, I was like, that I don't remember, but okay.
Yeah, so we played
That
tennis.
probably was it.
That's how I met you.
And speaking of tennis, I sometimes still call you Tennis Nicole because there was
That's
another
funny.
Nicole that I knew. I do remember when someone pointed out if I say Tennis Nicole really fast, it sounded
Like
like
testicle?
I called you Testicle.
Yeah, hey, testicle.
And I was like, hey.
Do you have any stories to share?
Well, when you told us to think of some stories from college, like the first one that comes to mind, obviously alcohol involved.
The Rumplemans.
Yes.
I knew you were going to say
Fucking
that.
Rumplemans.
If we say it 3 times, it's going to come to life and I'm going to puke. It's like Beetlejuice. Yeah. I mean, I can't.
I love that. The Rumplemans, it was like peppermint schnapps, but it was 100 proof. Mm-hmm. And
Bobby's sitting here acting like he doesn't know what it is.
You know what it is, don't you? It's thick. Like you pour it and it's like syrup.
It's syrup. It's clear syrup.
It was delicious. And it was the only thing that could get me to the level of pregame that got
before
all these
you got
bitches,
to the level of pregame.
Yeah, because it took forever for me to feel anything. I could drink half a bottle of something and barely hit tipsy. So then they liked it because it got them drunk super fast.
I mean, you could take 2 shots of it and
Talking white girl wasted.
Before it was a thing.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this one time, I think we took 4 at least.
Yeah.
Of this 100 proof shit. And then on top of that, we were, the citrus vodka is what does, it was
it was Bacardi.
Oh.
Yeah,
it was
Bacardi. Yep.
I remember carrying the bottle down the street.
Well, that bottle made it into my purse at the end of the night. So by the next day, I go to reach for my keys. I touched the bottle and I immediately puked. That has never happened to me in my life besides then.
I remember the hill where the railroad tracks were. Yep. We got just over the hill. I'm holding the bottle. Very illegal, too, by the way. Very illegal. Very underage and very illegal. Holding the bottle. I throw up on the side. And then I'm like, let's keep rally. Yep. Just keep on going. I probably took a swig of it.
Yeah.
That is burned into my brain.
And then that night, we ended up sleeping at some person's house.
Slut.
No,
it was Marty's house.
It was Marty's? Oh, okay. I remember vividly, we were sleeping and all of a sudden you sat up and you puked in his Ninja Turtle sleeping bag.
And we took the sheets. We rolled them up and we took them. Yeah. We took them.
Yep, we took them with us.
Yeah, we took them with us because we were going to clean them.
We considered climbing out the window because we were embarrassed.
Yeah,
and,
but then we didn't.
But
we were on the 2nd floor, so that wasn't going to work.
You 2 were crazy in college, and I was just a good kid. I just studied.
You did.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. You were more of a
Oh wait,
dorm,
I forgot the D. Never mind.
A dorm partier.
Well, I mean, he didn't really have a choice because his roommate threw a party every night.
And then we would go out and he would be like, come on. And you'd be like, nah.
I know, it was such a bummer. You never wanted to go out. But I guess it was mainly more because I had a crush on you, so I wanted you to be there.
And you wanted to stay because you were like, I'll finally have some quiet time.
Yeah, yep.
Yes, because in college, I had a roommate, and he would just have people over 5 nights out of the week, and he'd play the same goddamn songs.
Yeah. Although I loved his parties, ain't gonna lie. Cherry pie.
And then Sweet Caroline.
Yeah.
We got Sweet Cherry Pie, Sweet Caroline.
Jack and Diane.
Pour some sugar on me.
Jack and Diane. All those songs.
I hate them now. Anytime I'm at a fest and I hear them, I'm like, oh, God.
He did kind of overplay
them.
And smoking the hookah. My apartment or my dorm room was party central.
It was.
And that was not me.
No.
So.
But you roomed with him 3 years in a row.
2.
2?
2.
I do remember that we would later, we would sneak into his room. Not really sneak, but we would hang out with him. Sorry, thank you.
Who?
We would hang out with Bobby in his room.
Oh yeah, when they were in the apartment.
Yes, because when we wanted a break from the party.
Yeah.
And Bobby had his 3-on system. Do you remember that?
His what?
So if
I wrote it down.
If the party's going on in the family or living room, and then my door's always closed, you would come in.
The Bobby Yawns.
Or not you, but
That I remember.
everyone would come in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
when
we
they needed a break
hello.
from the other place, and then give 3 signs.
Oh yeah, you would start to turn off the light. So then you would be like,
I would stretch out,
Stretch.
comically stretch out,
Yeah.
getting ready for bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when we got to the 3rd one, we knew that was
It was
like,
time to
okay,
go.
we gotta go now.
Yeah. Get the hook.
The first one was like, oh, okay.
Prepare,
Right.
Get ready. Bobby's going down for sleepy time.
We're getting him his blanket and his bottle.
Yeah. Number 2 was like, okay, it's getting closer. Now we really gotta start wrapping up the convo.
They're just like, get out.
Yeah. 3 was like, okay, all right, good night, Bob.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've had enough of all of you fucks. And it wasn't just you. It was a bunch of people.
I mean, the parties went.
Remember when he covered everything in plastic? Your roommate, he covered everything in plastic, and he had a paint party. Yes.
Luckily, that was not at when we lived together, because I'm sure as fuck they lost their
it
paint
wasn't.
faucet.
No,
It was
that's
in the
right.
upstairs.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
I would not. You think I would have allowed that? I would have put my foot down. And be like,
I was
okay.
late to that party, and I was like, oh.
Well, all 3 of us went. That's right, because you didn't live there.
Okay, what was this paint party?
He had paint, and then it was all just like a food
Yeah,
fight.
all I remember
but
everybody was just
paint
covered
fight.
in paint.
So it was like
Basically paint fight.
the color run nowadays, but instead
Yeah.
of cornstarch powder that's colored, it was like a literal
literally
paint.
liquid paint.
little
like acrylic probably or something cheap
Those
from Walmart.
bottles.
little Dutch boy paint you need.
It wasn't
No.
It wasn't like gallons of paint they were throwing at each other. That's
Fighting
expensive.
Yeah, it is.
Fucking college kids.
Yeah.
That's
I was like, ugh, I don't really want to be involved
I still
in
have
that.
the shirt from that party, and it says college, and it's got like a lot of paint on it. And then someone touched my boob because there's like a hand on it.
Of course someone touched her.
lucky you. Talk back to boob sweat.
It's
Was
like-
it sweaty?
Not well, yes,
Maybe.
because when we got there, so with all the
It was
plastic,
hot.
it was steamy
Yeah.
as fuck in
And
there.
there was a lot of people
Oh, it was
Yeah.
gross. I remember like breathing in, and I could
Yeah.
feel the sweat that I was breathing
there. It's
into
not
my
my
lungs.
vibe then. No.
Never rent to college kids because they will think that putting up plastic tarp and having a paint
Oh,
party.
they didn't get their security deposit back, that's for sure.
They think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I honestly do not remember you being such a partier.
Really?
Yeah. I remember you had to leave, but
I remember
I don't know
Sarah
why.
was always the beer bitch because she was 21 first,
Yeah.
and she had a car.
And I
It
would
was
rent
like-
out my ID.
Yeah, it was like hitting the jackpot being friends with Sarah.
Yeah.
Because like she was old enough, she had an extra ID, and she had a car.
I had 2 extra IDs because when I first got there, like my driver's license expired. So I went in and I got another one. But then when I was like, ooh, I could rent it out, I went and I was like, oh, I lost my driver's license, and I got another one. So I would rent out 2.
I only used it.
businesswoman.
I only used it one time, and it was the scariest night of my life.
Really?
I hated it. I was like, "There's no way I'm gonna get in with this ID," and I did.
because
oh
for,
yeah, they don't care.
They didn't care.
They
They
didn't
didn't
care.
care. At the
It's
top,
so
was it
used
the
to it.
top?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like the link
went
at
to the top.
because for people who don't know, you're like
I'm white.
Yeah.
Very white,
and you're Mexican.
very
Right.
Mexican.
Yeah.
with very dark hair.
Yes, yeah.
I had darkish hair then,
Okay.
but I mean,
no,
we
not
don't
enough
wanna,
that I
like-
would be like, nope.
No.
I mean, we have different color eyes. We're different heights. You're like
Right.
a foot taller than I am.
But it was a rural college town.
yeah, they
don't give a
didn't
fuck.
care.
They want
You
your
couldn't
money.
go into the pace with it, but like you could go to like 2 dogs or like
Oh,
it was only the one.
my God,
one time.
2 Dogs was amazing.
Mhm.
I loved it. It doesn't exist anymore, I don't
I
think.
know.
But
Mm-mm.
I think the Forum opened when we were
The
there.
forum is still open then too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was huge. The first time I went there, I was high off my shit. It was very high.
What were you high off of?
A blunt.
Life. Oh. Well, that
And
was
life.
blunt of you.
But
Did you get that blunt from Damien?
No, this was from my first roommate's boyfriend at the time.
Okay, the reason I ask about Damien, because the first time I ever smoked, it was because of Damien
yeah.
in his place. I didn't feel anything.
We were watching V for Vendetta. I remember that.
Were
I'm
we?
still
Yeah.
smoke free.
Maybe I was fucking high.
It worked.
V for Vendetta. You've never smoked weed?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Really, Nicole?
No, never. I've never done any like hard drugs.
Whoa.
No,
Just
first of all,
ibuprofen.
weed's not hard. Oh my god.
Ibuprofen. Baby aspirin.
Rebel, only half.
Well, actually, I don't think you even drank before you turned 21 in college.
Not that good. That story that I told, we were underage doing
That's
that.
right.
I remember when I had never drank before I went to college, but I remember the first time I'd gotten tipsy. I was with, like, Milan and you guys, and I think we were in Damien's room, and I remember I started crying because I was, like, scared of what was going to happen, and I was, like, you weren't there, and I'm pointing at Bobby, you can't see, but I was, like, afraid that I was like, oh, I wish Bobby was here, like, I don't know. I think I was more worried about, like, what you're going to think about me, like, if I had, like, gotten drunk or something. And
that is so adorable. Yeah. He is a judgy bitch,
I was
isn't he?
sweet back then.
A little bastard.
I'm very judgmental. That's why when I worked in casting, it was so perfect. I got to judge people on their looks for my job. Do you want to smoke weed? I'm not saying I have any. Oh.
I don't. One, I don't need anything to make me more hungry because I'm always hungry. And I feel like I'm 34. I've gone this long. Like nothing is really appealing.
Yeah.
Like I will take a couple hits of the Jewel every once in a while.
Okay.
I mean,
what's that?
It's like
Jewel, she's the singer-songwriter from Alaska?
Yeah. Only when she's in town.
I had a crush on her.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I liked when she yodeled.
That's probably why you liked it, Bobby. He's a fan of the ethnic yodel.
You love a good
What did you call it?
Ethnic yodel?
No, not ethnic yodel. It's like, what did you call it during Eurovision?
Yeah, it's ethnic yodeling.
Oh, okay. And this is a super random little memory, but you had a little plant called Rachel. I don't know why I remember that.
Well, that brings it right back to Friends. It's not time for the game yet, but there was a... True or false, there was a character named Rachel on Friends.
True.
Yay, see? You knew things.
I know
things. Oh, man.
How about when we were going to the girls' volleyball game and we were making signs while playing Power Hour at the same time?
Yes, that's one of my favorite memories. I think it was
we were at your apartment.
First or second time.
Completely expand on all of that. I mean, I remember, but...
We played Power Hour.
What's Power Hour?
You don't remember Power Hour?
Well, maybe the people don't know what Power Hour is.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Oh, she's better at this.
You better watch it, Sarah. Power Hour is you take a shot of beer every minute for 1 hour, which sounds easy, but it equals 8 beers at the end of 1 hour.
Does it?
Yes, it does.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Yes. So in the beginning, it starts off and you're like, oh, it's very... So Bobby's roommate had a playlist, and every minute the song would change, so that's how you would know when to take the shot.
It's so much easier.
And then at the beginning, I was like, oh, we can doodle on our poster boards, and then we can take and it like seemed like time was going so slow. And as it progressed, it was like, already we have to take another one?
Are you kidding me?
I just
put the
this.
shot glass down.
I made it about 45 minutes. I didn't make it the full hour.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, then I definitely did, because I don't remember that.
Yeah, I did. I think I made it 45 minutes.
I was never able to complete a Power
No,
Hour
I
either.
never was.
See, I loved... And
also it was like Keystone
Keystone
Light
Light.
or Bush Light.
Yeah.
Then I might be able to finish it now.
Yeah, I definitely
If we were
would.
doing
I could do 3 hours straight, probably.
Right. If we were doing like good beer, but not like craft beer because that's like super filling. That was the problem. You felt really bloated.
Well, speaking of volleyball, we would do that for volleyball matches because we loved going to the volleyball matches. Do you remember that one guy who would always yell? He'd be like, "You know it,
and you know it,
and you know it."
Oh my god!
Wow.
I don't know. I still sometimes do that. And the thing is, he was yelling at "you know it" like that was an ace. You know it, and you know it.
Yeah, that guy was pretty cool.
And the funniest funniest poster he ever made was when we played Chicago State University, and he's like, "Chicago's not even a state." It's like, well, touche.
He's right.
Another quote from college that we all know is, "Thanks."
Got it.
Oh,
Sarah wrote that on the thing. She was wondering if she was still alive.
Oh,
it was Lorraine.
No, I was like, what was the name of that?
Explain.
Explain what?
Thanks, got
Oh,
it.
yeah. Thanks, got it. So at the cafeteria where we all would, eat.
That is where we ate, at the
Yes.
cafeteria.
Shut up, I suck at this.
So you'll explain to them what a cafeteria is, but you won't explain other
The
things.
Power Hour.
So when we would check out, with our little swipey cards, there was this lady, and she was classic. I feel like she was there since the school was built, and she would swipe it and be like, "Thanks, got it."
Or when you would weigh your salad, you had to put on the scale for it to register, and then when it like registered, she'd be like, "Thanks, got it," and then you could take your salad off or your ice cream.
Anything
mainly ice cream. I wasn't eating salads back then.
I'm not gonna waste money on lettuce.
Salad.
Lettuce.
Yeah.
What was that lunch lady's name? Because she was also a very stereotypical like lunch lady.
Yeah, she looked like a
she
lunch
came
lady.
right out of Central Casting.
Yeah. But you did a good job on that one.
Great job. Yep.
Was there? She also had a very lunch lady name.
Lorraine.
Lorraine?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I dreamt that because that's like too perfect.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, maybe you gave it to her.
Thanks,
You were like, and you're going to be named Lorraine.
She had to have been like late 60s when we went there.
Right.
So she's
they
for
said that
sure-
she's not there anymore.
Yeah, they said she died.
has. But there are ducks next door.
I was going to say,
And-
why the
and
fuck
8
do I hear
chickens.
They've
ducks?
got chickens.
2 ducks and 8 chickens.
This,
And you know, when I'm on the farm, there are less farm animals
then,
Here
than
in
in the
Chicago.
urban city
Chicago.
of Chicago.
okay. I was so fucking confused.
Yes.
Thank you for-
One looks like the Aflac duck.
Really?
It's very pure white.
White privilege.
I'll tell them to keep it down.
What do they do with ducks? It's just like
I don't think the ducks really do anything. The chickens lay eggs, but I don't think
Can you eat duck eggs?
I don't even know if those ducks
Yes, you
lay
do.
eggs.
Because they're all dudes.
I don't know. I don't know the sex of them. I haven't checked them.
You didn't look under the feathers?
I did not.
Dude ducks. Duck dudes.
I've
Gone off on a tangent thanks to
We
the
have.
fucking ducks.
Yeah, sorry.
Fuck those.
I'll tell them to keep it down.
Fuck those ducks.
Ducks.
After all those
What?
stories of drink.
Who doesn't have their phone on silent?
Okay.
I put it on
Okay.
Do Not Disturb.
Take a shot. Well, what I wanted to talk about with all this alcohol is you once went straight edge.
Where I didn't drink?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did, because I was trying to date that guy with all the tattoos. That he was
was
straight edge.
So, what is straight edge?
Straight edge is when you don't drink alcohol or smoke or do any drugs, which that part wasn't really a problem. But yeah, I mean, that was such a weird time.
Because you were sober in college.
Well, not only that, but like how we met was super weird. I don't know why. Like, he worked at the one like tattoo shop that had just opened, not Tattoo Blue, where everybody got their piercings and tattoos from.
Yin yangs.
But he was like the I don't
Bad
know.
boy.
Well, yeah, no, but that's not what I was gonna say. He was, but that's not what I was gonna say. He was like the head of the DU frat. What is it called? Like when he was like the
Delta something. Oh,
well, no, it's the DU,
like
but
the-
like
it's a den mother or
yeah, like the den mom of like the DU guys.
he was the den dad.
But he was like the exact opposite of a frat guy because he had like longer hair,
Yeah.
like his ears were hanging because he took out his gauges. Yeah, Chris.
That's crazy. How long did that last? That straight edgeness.
I would say not long.
For some reason,
A day.
it merged into like extreme straight edge. Do you remember that?
It did
Is that because you guys weren't having sex?
we definitely didn't. I don't even know if we made out or anything.
Oh, that is
Very-
that
That's
is
straight
extremely
edge.
straight
So I
edge.
think that's maybe I made up that term.
Probably because you're like, I want to,
I'm gonna snog you.
I want to snog this guy.
I mean, but then yeah, I don't think it lasted very long.
Both the relationship and being straight edge.
That's right. I
just-
think the straight edge
just
went out the window before Chris did.
Needed that drink.
It's like, oh god, if I'm gonna date this guy, no, I'm gonna be drinking.
Speaking of the Delta Upsilon DU frat, that
Yes.
was the closest one to us, to the dorm that we stayed in. That was the first frat party that I ever went to.
And the last, probably.
That's where I
If
learned
had to
about
guess.
jungle juice.
Ooh,
That's where you
jungle
learn about
juice.
jungle juice.
Where else would I have?
On what street
Kindergarten?
was it?
Wheeler.
Out of the garbage bags.
Yup.
No, DU
Yeah.
was first. DU.
No.
The frat party for me, it was like the first or second weekend I was there. I had a
Getting-
life before you two.
I don't want
I
you to
met you like the
imagine that.
second week of school. You haven't made that much of a life without me.
What is jungle juice?
It's like Everclear, vodka, Hawaiian punch.
I remember because of that jungle juice, I think I drank once before I went to college. It was like 5 days before I moved away to college. I had my first drink. So when I went to the DU frat house and loved this jungle juice because it was sweet, I thought being drunk was when the room was spinning. I specifically remember walking down my dorm hallway and the room was spinning. I'm like, this is drunkenness.
You overindulged a
I've
little
done
bit.
it.
On the
That's
jungle
why The drinking age should not be 21.
Well,
What?
to be fair, you were 18.
I was only 18 for like a week when I moved away to college.
Yeah.
But if you made the drinking age 18, I mean, kids will still go fucking.
It doesn't
ham
matter.
At college.
They were doing it in high school. They do it now, and they're like 13 and 14.
Yeah.
Kids these days.
Yeah.
It's not going to stop anybody.
I had
was
my
a
first
lot
kiss
of-
because of.
I know you wanted to tell that
Juice.
story.
Back to the DU kiss. First kiss.
Yeah.
Right.
Was it at the DU house?
No, it
Oh,
was
okay.
at
Was
it
it
was
Chris?
at the Wheeler
No,
party.
no.
Mm-mm. Or was it the Murray
You
house?
skank. No, you first had her, now you.
Bobby, you weren't supposed to say
I'm finding
anything.
Chris, and we will get this sorted out.
No, I had this huge crush on this guy, but we were friends. He hung out in front. I think he was a smoker. I think he's probably still a smoker.
Was he smoking hot?
You said he hung out in front. What does that mean?
Outside of the dorms, you know how there was
Okay.
usually a crowd
Okay,
of like, the
okay.
smokers, and so I thought they were cool.
Okay. You're like, I can smoke too.
Yeah. So he was really cute. To me, anyway. He had beautiful green eyes, big pouting lips. Just awesome.
I like how you had to preface it with, he was cute to me.
To me.
Ouch.
Because we
Sorry.
can't
Well, that's
remember.
because my roommate didn't think he was
Sorry,
cute.
Carl.
You know, he was a little heavier.
What
and, like,
year was this? Freshman year?
I think it was freshman year.
Okay.
So we went to this party. Do you guys remember like this really tall, like Rasta dude
Yes.
from that house? Like, he feels
Yes.
like he lived there forever.
Mm-hmm.
I will say I remember literally almost nothing from college, so this is like basically I'm gonna have Alzheimer's when I grow up.
I mean, it sounds like you gotta have it now.
It runs in the family.
No, don't say that.
So
Bobby.
this is
That'd be
for
horrible.
this is for posterity's sake.
Okay.
Because I don't remember any of this shit.
You know-
Carl.
Yeah, we were drinking jungle juice. It was pretty much towards the end, so we were all a little drunk. And I remember we were sitting like by the door or standing by the door in the driveway, and we were just talking about something, and all of a sudden we were making out, and I was just like, "Whoa, I'm kissing someone! I'm kissing Carl! I'm kissing Carl!"
The power of jungle juice.
Yeah,
Jungle juice,
and it was
yeah.
delicious because it was
Limitless.
jungle juice,
Limitless,
and because
yeah.
it felt nice.
But like, let's put those things like into like today. Like today, if you were at a party, would you ever just dip your cup in and drink what was ever in the
In
garbage
this garbage can. Yeah,
No.
Or the bathtub.
Would you ever go to a party that was like written on sidewalk with chalk?
Oh no,
Like,
that'd be so
no.
creepy. Like
That's so creepy. With like arrows. We just just follow the arrows.
Free candy.
Yeah.
pretty pink chalk.
This van will take you there. Like we would never do that. But back then, like it was fine. Like
Yeah.
it was acceptable.
Yep.
Did you ever see Carl again?
Yeah, so then what happened to Carl?
I actually did run into him because he still lives like around these parts.
Wait,
I saw him
recently?
Again. Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe like a couple years ago or so.
We were wondering what happened after the kiss.
I was thinking like the next day. And you're like, yeah, 10 years ago I saw him.
No, I just ran into him last week at Mariano's.
So it was just like I think a minute or two of kissing and making out, and then we
Hot.
literally just like we literally just stopped and then turned around and went our own ways and just like found our friends.
To never be seen again
like
until
two-
last week
like
at
two
Mariano's.
Sims.
Right? It's like you didn't have enough to keep them making out, so it's like. Ugh.
Two Sims.
Wait, did you see?
I did
you
see
had
him
to-
again, like later, either that week or that month or semester. But recently after, we were all watching a movie or hanging out with Damien or something like that, and we ended up not sleeping together,
Mm-hmm.
but like on the same bed.
Hot.
But there were a bunch of other people there too, so like we.
Hotter.
Keep
No,
going.
I'm getting
go
hot.
on.
I'm gonna need to put
Go
my hair up.
Go on.
Bobby, of the very few times you ever went to the bars, did you ever end up eating a hot dog or
No.
pizza outside of someone's trunk?
No.
Oh, you missed out. The hot dogs, phenomenal.
Out of someone's
$5
trunk.
No, $5 Domino's pizzas. Yeah, the
there
pizza
was a
guy.
guy who pulled up with his like sedan and
Mhm.
popped up the trunk and
Pizzas
$5
everywhere.
$5 for the he sold out in like minutes. I think.
Yeah.
What a fucking entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I know.
That is ingenious.
Yeah.
And then the hot dog cart.
The
guy.
hot dog cart. Oh,
So good.
so good.
And then people were saying that they also got Chinese food from a van like after the bars. I'm like, where was this
Well,
van
that
parked?
doesn't
'Cause
sound. I mean, I don't want to have Chinese food when I'm drunk.
Oh,
Pizza and hot dogs, yes.
I could do a
maybe rice
good
though.
beef chow mein. Maybe not waste. I don't know. It's salty.
Yeah. I feel like it's just
It's hard
messier.
to eat.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
hard
like
to
when
eat.
you're
You need a
we
little
ate
more.
it when we were walking back So how are you going to eat the Chinese food walking back? You're not picking up the logistics of this. This isn't when we're getting in the Uber, we can bring our Chinese food in. We walked back. And it was about a 20-minute walk, so then your Chinese food's cold.
You're right. I was not thinking about logistics.
Bobby just showed that he never went out.
Yep.
Because he would have known, like, well, you can't walk and eat that. Yeah, that's the proof.
It's in the pudding.
Yeah.
Word check-in. Have you come up with the second word to describe yourself?
Oh, God.
How about drunk?
Yeah.
Lush.
Yeah, lush.
A lush. Fucking lush.
I don't drink that much anymore. Like, it's super rare.
I'm more like casual now. Like, I like to sit and watch my shows and drink wine.
So I think that's what changed. Now,
yeah.
I'm the opposite of that, though. I'll drink if, like, it's at a party, but I'll drink a lot.
So I want to save it up.
I want to at least feel it. Otherwise, what's the point? I don't see a point in just sitting there and drinking, like, 2 beers. It takes the edge off a little.
I mean, Sarah, up until, like, a few years ago, we were still going out until, like, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. The sun was coming up.
The sun would come up.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Let's talk about what the three of us majored in and how none of us are doing things in that.
Yeah.
In that major.
Majored in zoology, and then I worked in TV for like 9 years.
You animal.
You animal.
Get it.
Oh, good, you traitor.
In bed.
Ooh. Traitor. Well, I almost majored. For the record, I did not complete college. Just so you all know there are other options.
Noted, Sarah, because we were definitely... I wanted to see your transcripts when you got here, but...
And look, you're doing...
I thought about going back and I was just like, oh, God, no.
You're doing fine. You're co-hosting a podcast with upwards of 30 listeners.
Right.
You're fine.
I mean, you're killing it.
I'm doing pretty good for myself, yeah.
What did you study?
But recreation, parks, and tourism administration, music, and fashion design.
Is that what you majored in?
Jesus Christ. I
don't know if I actually ever knew that.
That's why I didn't make it. I just couldn't think of it. Like, what do I... No.
What am I going to do with all of these things?
It kind of seems like a high school kid went through and be like, what is the most fun and the least amount of work so I can drink?
I mean, when you were doing it, what did you want to do?
Did you want to design...
Park ranger outfits?
Ranger uniforms, yeah.
And make
there is a need for it. There is a need.
Yeah, it's pretty much just your basic outfit. You know, it needs a little switch up here.
Yeah.
Get a nice little ascot.
But which color of khaki?
Right. Dark khaki, light khaki,
yeah,
green khaki.
Where do we put the pockets this time? Should we add
Women
one?
don't get pockets.
I've read something about that. They're very small.
You don't know that from experience?
What?
Female pockets. That they're small.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do.
But the way you said it, you're like, I read about it once.
I think you were talking about park ranger pockets?
No. I'm talking about just regular jean pockets. I read an article.
Well, yeah, our pockets don't go down to our knees because we don't need them to.
What about pockets on the side, on the thighs? You got
cargo?
No. I love those. They're just so convenient.
I don't have that much stuff. I don't need a lot of pockets. I don't even carry a purse. I don't need cargo pockets.
What did you study in college?
I studied law enforcement.
Cop, narc.
Yeah, thanks for telling me all those stories, guys.
It's gonna get us arrested.
That's why you haven't smoked.
Statute of limitations.
That's why you never smoked weed in college.
It really wasn't that. I mean, they did put, like, the fear of God in you that, like, if you got an underage drinking ticket, like, you will have a hard time becoming a cop, which, what a joke that is.
Right?
It's so not true. I never got a ticket for underage drinking, but that is a joke. Like, you could definitely... I mean, they're begging people to be cops nowadays. But, yeah, that wasn't the reason why. And the smell is weird.
The smell is weird?
The smell is weird of weed. I don't like the smell.
Oh, weed. Okay. I like the...
Of law enforcement majors?
Yes, for some reason I was thinking about, like, this. I was like, what the fuck?
I was like, oh, that's random. And now I do hair, so, yeah. We're all kind of, like, opposite.
Heroin?
Shh. Our cop
told you
friends
that
are
in
gonna hear.
confidence. No. I don't have an addictive personality, but I feel like if I did a hard drug one time, that'd be it for me.
Oh, I do.
That's why
that
would be
it
for me.
Well, knowing my luck, I'd do it one time, and that would be it, too, because I would die.
Oh, you would OD. Well, yeah, because you thought getting drunk was like the room was spinning.
I think this is enough.
Did you? Maybe a little bit more.
Like a foot line. A lot.
Did you think after that I'm never going to drink again?
I mean, I'm sure of it. Like, I was
Yeah.
puking, praying to the porcelain god.
You went hard that first week
Yeah.
before you met us. We
Yeah.
turned
That's
life
probably
around.
why he didn't like it ever. He was just never trusted it.
You drank.
Oh, yeah. I'm not a
Yeah.
fucking nerd. I
Yeah.
was not extreme
What?
straight edge.
What about when we?
I was having,
What
like,
about when we were
lots of
drinking?
sex.
Fake news. When we were drinking Sea Breeze,
I don't remember what was in it.
that was Everclear.
Fucking Everclear. It's
Everclear
so
was
cheap.
in everything.
Just corn grain.
Yeah, and then
Plenty
I
of
think
corn
was
out
like
there.
cranberry juice maybe, because it had like a kind of a sour,
little tarty,
pungent
yeah,
taste to it. Yeah, but I mean after 2 it was fine.
It was tart going down and much tartar coming
Yeah.
up.
Oh,
Yeah, it was cranberry juice. Not a...
tartar. I had a system
Oh.
of drinking like a strawberry milk before I went to bed, in case when I threw up, then it would be smooth.
And
How'd
tasty.
that work out?
does that
Good,
work?
actually. It was great, yeah.
It's like,
If I did that before I went to bed, knowing that I was gonna throw it up, I could never drink it.
Well, I didn't, not necessarily before bed, before I was going to puke. If I was feeling really queasy in the morning or something.
Okay,
I'd be
then
like,
that
yeah.
makes more. I thought you were like, just in case.
No.
Yeah.
nighty night to me.
Get my baba.
Yeah, okay.
Why strawberry?
Yeah.
I like that flavor better than chocolate. Chocolate felt more acidic.
Oh,
I would have gone chocolate. But then I think it would have ruined the chocolate milk for me.
I would have gone vegan oat milk probably.
So if it was not a thing.
Was that even a
then-
thing back then?
Absolutely
okay,
not.
again, fancy.
I don't think vegans existed back then.
I don't think they did. I think they were born after 2010, I
Yeah.
think.
Thanks, millennials.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Thanks
we are
a lot.
millennials. Oh, no. I
Uh-oh.
have a story
Mm-hmm.
from college. But anyway, my mom totally crashed my Halloween.
We weren't there yet.
It was
Okay.
before you guys.
Your mom came down to college?
Yeah, she said that all of a sudden she was just like, oh, I think I want to go visit Sarah, and she didn't tell me.
Oh,
So
What a
she's
psychopath.
diabolical.
yeah, the night before that, I had made out with this dude, and so
Carl?
no, it was a different one. It was a different.
Sarah, you are. Was it Chris?
No, it wasn't Chris. It will never be Chris.
We're putting this timeline together.
Yeah, right. Oh,
remember
okay.
stuff?
Yeah.
So we lived on the same floor again, but separate rooms in Higgins.
Mm-hmm.
And the next day, the guy was like, "Hey, so what are you doing for Halloween?" I'm like, "Well, we're going probably to the top or the Pace or something." And I had my outfit and everything. And during the day, Stephanie and I were on our way to go get more alcohol for the night.
Oh, God.
And I see my mom's car around driving towards my dorm. I was like, "Fuck!" So I immediately turned around. I gave Stephanie my keys, and I was like, "Go into my room,
Clear everything
yeah,
out.
put all the bottles away." and then I what happened after that? I met my mom outside, and I was like, just killing some time.
You're like, let's
But yeah,
go grab
she
lunch.
She stayed the night, and so we went out, and I was like, it's Halloween night, I felt ridiculous and so stupid in my little sexy Miss Muffet costume.
Your mom there.
Yeah, and
She
Stephanie
went
was
out
like
with
a
you?
Bumblebee. She went out with us. Yes, she wore a trucker's hat and a vest, because I was like, well, what can we make you? Because
Yeah.
you can't just go out
Right.
and be my mom.
She was like, I'm a mom.
Yeah. And
If
it was
that happened
crazy.
in a sitcom, that would not have been believable. Like a mom being like, I'm just going to go down and visit my
Right.
college.
And my mom would have been like, you're not going out.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I wasn't having trouble or nothing, and
Was she having trouble at home with your father?
I don't know. It's,
I don't know.
it's quite possible.
She was like, I just want to make a
Yeah,
3-hour
just-
drive today.
I
One way.
need a break. She does love driving, though, so I'm
Yes.
sure she took it as a little vacay for her.
That's why she was a trucker outfit. She wanted to be a trucker. She loves driving.
Yeah,
That was
exactly.
her.
Yeah.
audition.
I don't know. It was just
Yeah,
so
weird.
awkward. It
Yeah.
was so weird.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I didn't get to hang out with the dude the next day. I'm sure it would have escalated.
I'm sure you would have been married by now. Damn it, Mom.
Your mom
His name was
cock-blocked.
Elton. Yeah.
Elton?
Elton. He was real hot too.
But speaking of your mom, I remember
Your
being...
mom goes to college. We've said that a lot.
I remember being blown away when I learned that your mom and you share a name.
Yeah.
Because I'd never heard of
Oh, yeah.
a mother-daughter
With
sharing
the same
a
name.
Like,
yeah. And
my
you're not
da-
a junior.
My dad and I have the same name.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
what? Only men can share
Right.
a name? God,
Sexist
you are
Bobby.
so sexist. How long have I known you? Wow, I'm seeing a different side.
I know, really. This podcast brings out the best and worst in me. Mostly the worst. Though.
Yeah,
I have been
it's
shocked
just
by some things.
The second that. As a listener.
Even Carl was like, I don't know Bobby at all.
Yeah. You're like, neither do we.
Back to your mother. But that was really interesting. Also, I remember we were in your dorm room back
Nicole.
when you had. Yes, thank you. We were in Nicole's dorm room back when you had the love sack, that giant fucking
Oh my god.
Yes.
like bean bag, but
Yes.
it wasn't full of beans. It was just a big
Or
It
pillow.
love.
wasn't.
It was
Or
just a-
it definitely wasn't full of love, that's for sure.
Oh, ouch, kabibbles.
Hush, kabibble.
I don't know how it came up, but I remember hearing that you were fluent in Spanish, and that also blew me away.
Seriously?
Why? I think I knew that like right away.
Because she's a racist.
Right.
I didn't hear it.
Right. Because I'm like, oh, you're Mexican, so you
Yeah.
guys speak Spanish, right? Do you speak English? I mean, we were in Macomb, so like that's fair. That's fair to say.
I don't know. I never heard you speak it. You don't have.
Oh, so just because you didn't speak it in front of you? Wow.
You didn't have an accent like
Oh
my like my cleaning lady or my nanny or
Or
my
your taco guy?
the taco truck guy or the
Oh my
landscapers.
God.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
Wow.
It actually
Wow.
hurt my lungs.
It makes me less racist because I didn't expect you to be able to speak Spanish. But I did assume you were Mexican. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I get Hawaiian and Greek all the time. Are you Hawaiian? I'm like, no, I wish. That'd be cool.
I think, yeah, the
Those-
hair.
Those curls
The
are
hair. The
Greek.
hair, yeah. No, I think they're Hawaiian.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess I don't really know many Hawaiians to be able to tell.
Do you like Spam?
I don't.
Okay, then you're not Hawaiian.
I don't even think I've
Is
ever
that a
had
Hawaiian thing?
Oh,
Spam
yeah.
is disgusting.
it. I've never had it. I don't
It's
want to have it.
Disgusting. Yeah, it's... Mm-mm.
You've tried it?
Yeah.
When the heck did you try Spam?
Well, after my grandma passed away, my mom didn't cook, and my grandma did all the cooking, so, like, she was making us, that's what she made us. And I was like, what
Ooh.
the fuck is this?
Apparently it's better if it's fried. Did she fry it, or did she literally cut it out of the can and slapped it on some white
bread,
bread?
I think, some white bread. I was like, ooh, I feel like I'm back in the trailer park.
In Korea, Spam is like a big deal to the point where for holidays there's like gift sets of Spam.
Whoa.
Like really expensive gift sets of
What else comes with the spam?
Spam in different sizes, different
Oh.
flavors.
Ugh.
Spam scented lotion.
No.
Oh, spam
I'm
soap.
kidding. That would be a good idea though.
Spam deodorant for your non-deodorant wearing friends in Korea. That would have been a hot ticket item right there.
And it was in Korea where I first tried Spam, and it was in Korea when I last ate Spam.
I
Later.
can't imagine why.
But you would fry it up, though?
I think I knew to fry it up, and I fried it up, and
That's how I've seen it in movies, is they put it like in
Yeah.
a big old cast iron skillet
Mhm.
and just, you know.
Or like just cheese on white bread.
bread.
The place where those songs are that you wrote me are with some of our... Oh, that's what we should have talked about. Our fraternity.
You guys, that's right, you had a fraternity.
Yeah.
yeah. Speaking of DU and fraternities,
Yeah, we had our own. I think I still have the cup, the mug.
Wait, how did you create your own fraternity?
It's just Bobby's initials. It's just B.O.B.
Beta, Theta, Beta,
Okay.
and then it's
Members, 2.
members two. Yeah, 1 and 2, you
One
and me,
and 2.
and
That's it. That's pretty much
I
it.
don't remember when it started, why
Yeah.
it started.
Yeah, why did it start? That's what I want to know.
One thing I do remember is that
It was very exclusive.
very
Very hard to
exclusive.
get
Apparently,
into.
I didn't
Very
even make
hard
it
to get
in.
into. Yeah.
The hazing situation.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Let's leave that
What did you have
for
to do?
another time.
But one thing you did do is you got a wooden paddle and you painted it,
Yes.
and you wrote on the back of it, and then you included a picture of us, and it said Beta Theta Beta on it, and then you beat me with it.
Yes. That was part of the
Was
hazing.
that part of the
That was
hazing?
part of the hazing.
No, there was no beating, but I do still have that.
I still have the mug.
So that was our fraternity.
I mean, that's all we can really talk about.
I feel
No big
offended
deal.
that I wasn't
So-
in it, but I
Well,
think I'll be over it by
That's true.
tomorrow.
That's literally all we can talk. We can't discuss anymore.
You're right.
It was
You're
great.
making
That's
it
fun.
worse.
Right. Sorry. We
Secret,
are sorry.
sacred, whatever. There's like no segue into this, so I'm just gonna have to jump into it.
Oh,
Jump
this is the
away.
game that I'm gonna fail at.
I whipped out something, ladies, and it's 2 pieces
It's
of paper.
small.
So thin, Bobby. What is that?
Look how long that is.
So thin.
It's at least
Remember there were so many like, that's what she said.
22 inches. Now we move on to the game portion of the show. Today, oh, did you hear that? I was like, I'm choking myself.
I didn't. I think Nicole should give us a word, though.
What?
She's only given us one.
Oh, I've only done one?
Genius.
Before we get to
Aw.
we can't start this game until you come up with one more.
Oh.
What was your first one? I don't know.
Genius.
Genius.
I kind of
Oh.
didn't really think of that one.
You're too busy.
You guys did.
Think of one for B and think of one for S.
Bitch.
If you ask your sister right now, yeah.
Yeah. Take that out.
She doesn't listen to this.
Describe yourself,
S?
woman.
No. How about sarcastic?
Oh,
That's a good
yeah,
one.
that's a...
That's absolutely true.
Okay.
It's time for the game.
Yay!
I thought
Game
you
time.
liked Friends. I guess I just assume all. Yeah. I guess I assume most women of your ages just like watch Friends.
How rude. If you could have been like, let's do Bob's Burgers and Family Matters, because I would
Bob's
just
Burgers.
kill at
But do you
Bob's
watch... I don't
Burgers.
think you watch Bob's Burgers.
BS.
Blasphemy.
BS stands for Bobby's Sexist. How about that?
It sounds like it. Yeah.
Of course I watch Bob's Burgers.
Oh, okay.
Sarah's really good at Friends trivia. You might not be so well, but I have a few questions from the TV show Friends. The way this works, Nicole, is I ask questions until I get bored.
Oh, okay.
And then the game's over.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
there you go. I'm going to ask you a question. On the count of 3, you're going to give me your answer, and we're just going to see who gets more by the time I end this game.
Okay.
Title trivia. Did you know that every episode of Friends starts with the one and then ... They all start with the one with, the one where.
I did know that.
You don't need to really know
Okay.
anything about it for this
Okay.
one. Which is not an episode title of Friends? A, the one where Joey loses his insurance. B, the one with a chick and a duck. C, the one where Phoebe eats veal. Or D, the one with a dozen lasagnas.
I know the answer.
Enters on
I think.
3, 2, 1.
C.
A.
It is C.
Oh.
C. The one where Phoebe eats veal was not an episode title, but that did actually happen in season 9, episode 7. Question number 2. What is the name of the cat Phoebe thinks is her mother? Is its name Huey, Chi-Chi, Marcel, or Julio?
B.
Julio.
Oh, I was just
Sorry.
doing the letters.
I
Sorry.
couldn't remember.
It's D, and it is Julio.
At least fans will like this, because I mean, most people like Friends.
I think most people do. I think I'm in the minority of people that does not
Oh.
care about Friends.
Yeah, I should have mentioned this. I've never seen an entire episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you
I
sure?
have, but I couldn't tell you.
Like who was who? What was happening?
I could tell you who was who, but that's probably the extent of it.
No.
I know relationships and I know
Yeah.
characters and their quirks, but no, I've never seen an entire episode, so I don't care. I'm not a woman.
Well, I
Jesus,
am, and
Bobby.
so what does that make me?
Yeah.
Bobby's sexist. That's what that makes me.
Yes.
Question number 3. Which item can Monica only eat in even numbers? Skittles, marshmallows, Oreos, or Tic Tacs?
D.
D.
It is Tic Tacs!
Yay!
It
Damn
just
it's
sounded-
happening.
it just sounded random.
Yeah.
Question 4. Which language is Gunther fluent in? Dutch, German, Russian, Swedish?
A.
B.
It is Dutch. Point
I
for
was like,
Sarah. God,
That's a tricky one.
This
Someone's
might be the only game I win.
How many times have you seen the show?
Oh, I couldn't even count. I
Like
lost count.
completely.
How many seasons are there?
9. It was very depressing times in 2006.
Oh god, it got dark. Question 5.
Question 5.
Which of the following people did not guest star on Friends? Demi Moore, Dakota Fanning, Jay Leno, or Jean-Claude Van Damme?
B.
A?
It is Demi Moore. She never appeared.
Oh. I was like, Dakota Fanning seems so young.
She was really young.
Oh, she was really young?
Mhm. She was a little tiny
I
kid.
thought
Oh.
that was gonna throw someone off, but I guess
Yeah,
not.
me, because I've never seen it.
Okay, enough Friends, right? So what I wrote in my script was we're friends, but also V.I.F, and that's back when I thought V.I.F also stood for family.
Mhm.
So on the show Family Matters, That was my segue.
Okay.
Brilliant segue.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
BS, brilliant segue.
There you go.
Oh, fuck, I'm so
Who's
good
the
at this.
genius? No, I don't think it's me.
I'm so good at this. On to the show Family Matters. Classic character Steve Urkel, uber nerd of Did I Do That fame.
Mm-hmm. Did I do that?
What is the name of the actor that played Steve Urkel? Could any of you answer it right off the bat?
I can't think of it off the
Okay.
top of my head.
Yeah.
Since neither of you know it offhand, is his name Jameel Knight, Jaleel White, or Rakeel Kite?
Oh, Jesus.
Say them one more time.
Is his name Jameel Knight, Jaleel White, or Rakeel Kite?
A.
His name is Jaleel White, and that was B.
Damn it.
I thought as soon as you said it A, I was like, that's it. And then you said B, and I was like, oh no, now I'm confused.
Jaleel.
What is Steve Urkel's middle name? Is it Vel Johnson, Smirkle, Quincy, or Dirk? Answers in 3.
Oh my god, the first one just sounds so ridiculous that...
You don't like Steve Smirkle Urkel? Answers in 3, 2, 1.
C.
It is Quincy.
Yay.
Y'all
It
are,
was like kind of normal.
y'all are boring. Vel Johnson was actually the surname of the guy who played the dad.
Reginald Vel Johnson?
Yeah. Nice job.
I just know that
I like
name.
that name.
I was really hoping one of you would fall for Smirkle.
Nicole almost
No,
did.
I didn't. I was just like, well, no.
Steve
He was
Smirkle
already
Urkel.
he was nerdy
No, I
enough.
did it.
Last question. Family Matters and Friends actually aired on TV simultaneously. Can you believe that?
No,
Oh.
I didn't
I
know
couldn't.
that.
I had to look that up. For how many years/seasons were they on TV at the same time?
Ooh.
Do we have options?
No.
Oh.
Ooh.
I mean,
Are we answering in
1,
years?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Yeah.
8, 9, 10. Yeah.
Years?
Yep.
4.
4 years. Family Matters ran from 1989 until 1998. Friends
that's
aired
long.
from 1994 until 2004. So between 1994 and 1998, Family Matters and Friends were on TV at the same time. Nice
It was
job,
Sarah.
Sarah.
Yay!
Yes, it was
Oh, I
clearly
won.
Sarah.
Yeah, I won.
For the record, yes, Sarah got... For the record, Sarah got 7... Wait, I only had 7 questions. 1, 2, 3.
I think I
4,
got
5,
one
6,
wrong.
7, 8. All right. Yes, for the record, you got 7 out of 8 questions. Fuck me.
Wow.
Good job.
That's
now you know.
like
Now you know what you
unheard
can't
of.
beat Sarah in Friends trivia.
Friends trivia.
Yeah, that was dumb on my part.
Well, he also thought that Nicole was into it, but it
Yeah.
turned out to be the opposite.
So that really worked against you.
I just liked
Oh,
it.
we should probably wrap it up.
Oh, right. That's what she said.
Did she?
She never did to me. Ew. That's-
More fake news.
That's why I have kids all around the country.
Yep. That's why you're really
Just
moving.
spreading your
Yeah,
seed. They're all
exactly.
turning 18 in
Spread the
Illinois.
On that note, I gotta get going. I can't stay in one place too long or else the children will try and find me.
Yes,
My
exactly.
illegitimate children. Nicole, thank you for being our first guest on our show.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a
loved
lovely
it.
time.
Yes.
Yes.
If anyone wants to see my most favorite picture of us, the V.I.F triple pose, our Instagram is at BS with BS Podcast. Same with the Twitter. Email us, bswithbspodcast@gmail.com. Leave a review. We actually have 5 reviews.
What?
You did?
Yeah.
You did
Okay, good. I should have said that was a prerequisite to coming on the show, but you did it beforehand. You're so fucking awesome.
You are awesome. She is a sarcastic genius. That's awesome.
So let's keep it up. Have you done it?
I have not.
Neither of us.
Where do I do one?
Wow,
We
guys.
are the hosts of our own podcast.
Yeah,
and we
I feel
haven't
like
even
it'd be
rated
weird.
It. So be like
Why?
Nicole.
Be a
Be a
bitchin'-
superstar.
A bitch and supporter.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Big supporter. Just do that.
Big supporter.
Big
yes.
supporter.
Let's not get sexist.
Oh, look who's
Oh, yeah,
talking.
look who's talking.
Fucking whore.
I love the accent with that. Please have that as a soundbite.
Yes.
Fucking whore.
On that note, we'll see you next time. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
That's not how
Oh,
we
wait,
end it.
that's right.
No.
Just see ya.
Now that's been some BS.
We're gonna get a lot of hate. A lot of hate groups from here.
Yeah.
They'd have to listen first.
Okay.
And they don't. So.
I think we're good.